Yo, what's going on, guys? I want to share with you specifically how you can outmaneuver and ultimately beat out your competitors in the e-com space, right? With e-commerce being more competitive as ever and it gonna continuously growing, right? In the space, I want to share with you guys, right, what to do step by step, the 80-20 rule when it comes to market research, and ultimately how to go about researching your market. Let's say you're fresh in the industry, you want to start a business, or you're starting your own agency and you're picking a niche for the very first time, right? The importance of market research is that it's going to slingshot. It's almost like a slingshot, right? The more you study and practice it, it's going to shoot you ahead further when you take action. And it's when it's time for you to bet out your store, when it's time for you to launch creatives, when it's time for you to develop and go about scaling, right? So firsthand market research, right? The ultimate importance of market research is to ultimately, when you launch ads, you want them to be somewhat successful than going in blinded, right? So when it comes to market research, this allows you to understand what problems does your market have, right? B, ultimately, what is your customers doing to go about those solutions that they have about specifically their problems? And thirdly, you're going to have competitors in your space that are already doing higher numbers than you. So let's say you're starting from zero. Ultimately, what are they doing differently than you are? And ultimately, what is making them successful in this space, right? So step by step, right? How I go about market research, how do I go about processing information? Ultimately, how do I go about picking which areas to focus on when it comes to market research, right? So if we take a step back and look at e-commerce as a whole, e-commerce doesn't just consist of having a website and having a Shopify account, right? E-commerce from A to Z comes from your website, right? The products you're selling, the amount of products, right? Having a funnel or having some sort of landing page or having an ad process, right? To get traffic to your website. All right, you have elements to the ads part as well, right? You have elements of content, right? You have elements of ad copy. You have elements of audience testing, right? Which platform are you going to utilize? As well as you also you want to make sure that your website's congruent, that the loading speed's great, the back end is handled, as well as the front end. You have to worry about supplier issues. You have to worry about shipping time. So with that being said, e-commerce is a moving puzzle piece, right? So when you go into the space having some sort of prior knowledge to the market and you understand the problems in the space, that's going to cut the learning curve for you to get results, right? And the best way to research your market is by simply something that's super underrated, and that's online forums. Online forums like Reddit, Quora, right? These are like communities. These essentially where your customers hang out, right? If you look on Reddit forums and simply type in certain keywords that applies to your certain niche, what's going to pop up are just groups and communities of people that have similar interests. So let's say you're selling a product that solves an issue in the dog market. On Reddit, ultimately they talk about what's happening, what specific problems they're having, and then people also link down solutions, right? They link down a product, they link down what they're doing to get results. And not only do you take from that the problem and the solution, but also you take from that what specific words are they using, what keywords are they using, right? How are they speaking? And ultimately what's causing the problem, what are they doing to get to that solution? And you see that like-minded individualness. You can see what sort of content, right? What content are they talking about? What competitors, you see that as well. So all of this information are on these databases, right? On these online forums. And really all it just takes is time and you typing in a single keyword to research your market. So the way I like to spend my time, right, is simply using the 80-20 principle, right? Spending 80% of your time of actually researching the market and 20% of your time taking action, launching launching ads, focusing on the technical side. So before even launching, right, what me and my agency, my team members do, right, a part of the agency that I run, is that we tell our clients, hey, look, we need 5 days to completely research your market, look at what's already running, optimize for your current campaigns, and like I said, mainly focus on researching the market to launch campaigns in the next 5 days, right? So that's what I tell them. So give us like a 3 to 5 day grace period after we onboard you to research your market. And the importance of this, right, is generally we see by doing this prior to launching ads, right, we already know what works. So when it comes to launching campaigns and creatives, we already see success in like the first week or the first 2 weeks, as I should say, because we've researched the market. So this is super huge if you want to see success right off the bat. And when it comes to researching a market, all it really comes down to is, are you asking the right questions? Because mainly the components of getting a conversion comes down to ads, right? You have ads in itself, and in that you go deeper. You have specific ad copy, you have specific ad creatives, right? And you can go into deeper context of that, right? What specific ad copy are you writing, right? Is it long form copy? Is it short form copy? As well as creatives. Are you shooting video content? Are you shooting image? Are you using image carousel ads? Are you using dynamic creatives, right? So like I said initially, e-commerce in a whole is a moving puzzle, and the best way to get conversions, right, and simply get sales prior to launch is by researching a market, right? And like I said, using online forums is super important, super crucial here. It's super underrated. Not a lot of people are talking about this in the space, right? This is where people who are buying products in your niche, this is a platform where your customers are hanging out at, right? As well as there's another platform like Facebook Ad Library. You can look at specifically what type of creatives or what type of ads is your competitors running, right? And why is that working? And you take that and you can see, all right, look, I have some sort of idea what's already working, and I just need to create content on that, right? And the best way that you can create content is simply by having that market research. And then when you have that market research, right, the type of content that works right now is user generated content, right? Like you can do unboxing videos, as well as tutorials, product in action, right? Let's say if you're working with food, like a specific taste test, testimonials hit hard. So these type of content and creatives you can bring into your industry, and you can know through prior knowledge, right, of researching a market, these are the type of words, this is the type of language that my customers are speaking. If I can use that as part of my ad copy, when my customer or the prospect looks on the ad itself, when they're scrolling through their feed, they see, oh look, this ad is talking specifically directly to me. This is solving my problem. Let me go ahead and click on the website. I'm curious to learn more. So when you're able to single out and specifically research your market in ways, right, knowing specifically how your audience is talking, what specific words are they using, why do they like certain images versus other creatives, right? When you ask these types of questions and get those answers, when it comes time to launch ads, you're going to see success right off the bat. And generally, right, it's super important to if you want to sustain a brand long term in this ecom game, right, as it's getting more and more competitive, you need to continuously be testing new audiences, new creatives, new content, right? You want to be fresh. You want to have a brand that's continuously growing, right? If you don't continuously test, you're going to get left behind in the dust, right? As e-commerce, as I continuously say, this is competitive. So you have people that are going to see something that's already working, and then they're going to use it for their own brand and change some sort of maybe headline or something like that, right? This space is competitive. So it's super important to always keep innovating and continuously adapting to each situation. And prior to that, right, if you're an ecom brand owner, you're struggling, right? As I mentioned with my agency, we work with ecom brand owners scaling from 10K to 50K to we even have on clients that are already doing 100K. They just want to double their revenue, so they work with us. So if you're interested in that, right, I'll link down below my calendar. You can book a call and talk directly to me if you want one-on-one help with my team and I to get your ecom brand to that next level. For whatever reason, right, you don't want to invest yet, or you don't have the means to invest yet, I'll link down below my Facebook group where you can join. It's just a community of like-minded individuals where I release weekly training videos, and over there, right, Similar thing where ecom brand owners are just looking to scale, right, and looking to improve their ads, their website, and increase website conversion rate. So other than that, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Really gonna boost my video and help others as well grow. And if you want me to cover a specific topic in the next video, just comment that down below, and yeah, I'll shoot some content over that. So other than that, guys, I'll see you in the next one.